I know that a lot of you guys, especially out there, have restricted movement. Even us here in Canada, we are limited to where we can go. And the idea is to cultivate a sense of freedom from within, because this is where it really starts. Freedom comes from inside of you. So having said so, rest your hands onto your knees or thighs. We'll get started. Close your eyes. Inhale through your nose. Exhale out of your mouth to release your day so far. Seal your lips and regulate your breath consciously. Take a moment to deepen your breath. And take a moment to also even out your inhales and your exhales. Feel the brainwave activity inside your head slow down. Everything in this practice is done consciously. Set a firmer seat. Allow your sitting bones to root. Feel your crown lift a little higher upwards. Lean back to bring your shoulders over your hips. Lift your shoulder blades up and down your back to soften into your seat. And return back to following your breath, which is the blueprint of your practice. And ride this breath all the way into the temple of your heart, which is said to be the seat of your soul. Connect to the real you. Connect to your essence. And heart wide open. Allow source energy, all that is, to move through you as you. And true freedom is the power to shape reality. You have the power to initiate, to create, and to change reality instead of reacting and surviving it. You're very, very powerful. Now, if you're not happy or not where you thought you'd be in your life, take this very precious time to attune yourself to the whispers of your inner being, which is here to guide you. Are you aligned with your heart's deepest desires? Paint this picture in your mind's eye. And also feel this possibility in your heart space, because yoga says that whatever you think and feel within yourself, the world will mirror back to you. Take a few more deep breaths. Let your soul and let life completely breathe you. On your next inhale, fold both of your hands to heart center. Even lift your chest into your thumbs. And feel free to set your intention for your practice. Inhale through your nose. Exhale, bow your head into your heart to seal your intention in place. And replace your hands back onto your knees or thighs. And slowly open up your eyes. Hey, welcome to this donation-based class. There's a link at the below of the description if you'd like to donate something, and if not, simply pay it forward by giving kindness to a stranger, which is also great. Roll over ankles and knees and come to a tabletop position. Place your wrists and your knees directly below your shoulders and below your hips. And rotate your hands outwardly until your fingers point directly towards your knees. Your thumbs will point towards alongside of your mat. Inhale, lift your hips up, let your belly get heavy, look up to the ceiling. Open up into your chest. Exhale, bring your chin into your chest, press your palms down, round your back. This time look in between your thighs. Okay, nice and slow, inhale, think of stretching your breath, elongate your spine, back bend as you look up. And curl back in, press your palms a bit more downwards. You should feel a stretch into your forearms, into your wrists. One more time, inhale. And exhale. Come back towards center, towards your neutral spine. Flip your hands, have your thumbs point forward. Your palms will face you. Keep your wrists below your shoulders. Press the earth, take a breath in. Exhale, bend your elbows, spin them forward towards the front of your mat. And always slow down your breath at your own pace. Do that a few more times and let your breath guide you in and out of the movement. Okay, so some of you have requested to build shoulder strength, stability, and also to work on pressing up to handstand. So this is the idea today. We will honor your requests and play with that. It is all levels. I'll cue the usual basic form of the pose. You can take that or follow my deeper cues if you want to find a bit more of a challenging practice if you'd like to do so. The next time you complete your last cycle, make your way towards a regular tabletop position. Always being mindful as you press your palms back to the earth because this can feel a bit sensitive into your wrists. Have your middle finger or your pointer finger extend forward, whatever feels best to you. Press your finger pads into the earth until your fingernails become slightly white in color. If you're not wearing nail polish, you will see this. Your fingers are bright. Squeeze your arms a little bit more towards each other and wrap the back of your arms, your triceps towards the end of your mat, spin the eyes of your elbows forward. Think of a cat pose. Press your palms down, round your back, lift the back of your heart to the ceiling, look in between your thumbs or your fingertips and hold here. Now think of pressing your palms a bit more downwards to exaggerate the push. Draw your lower belly in and up and ignite your butt muscles, your glutes. A lot of activation here in your active cat pose position. Now try to remain exactly as you are with your upper back and your arms and your fingers. But think of your cat and cows with your pelvis. Allow your pelvis to lift up like you would in your cat pose. But arms stay strong and straight towards the earth. Then repoint your tailbone down towards your mat like you would in a cat pose. It's the same movement. Your pelvis will shift towards an anterior tilt position. Tailbone points up to the sky. Then towards a posterior tilt position, point your tailbone down as you push the earth with your hands. Do that a couple more times. So this movement is critical if you're learning how to press up to handstand. It's called a nutation of your hips, which is very helpful to allow your feet to eventually hover into the air. Understanding this movement. The next time you come back towards your cat pose position, hold here, a very active cat pose. Press your finger pads, squeeze your arms in, around your back, point your tailbone down. Tuck your toes under and step back to plank pose, top of a push-up, and hold the position here. The arm will stay strong and straight. They will not change. If it's too intense, you can place your knees on your mat to modify. But think of sinking your heart towards your mat. Your shoulder blades will come closer towards each other. Then return back again to your active cat pose or plank pose. Round your back as you lift the back of your heart to the sky. Okay, same idea. Lower your heart down. Your arms stay strong and straight. Your shoulder blades will retract towards each other. Then round your back to allow a protraction of your shoulder blades to become wide across your back. Inhale, sink your heart down. If it's too much, place your knees to the earth. Exhale, round your back for 3 in these butterfly push-ups. Okay, 2 more times. Slow down your breath. This is designed to understand the maximum push needed in your upper back to press up to handstand. 1 more time. Good. Back towards your plank pose. Place your knees on the mat if not already so. Keep your elbows tracked over your wrist. Bend your elbows, place your chest and your chin down to the earth. Slide all the way onto your belly. Untuck your toes. Take any back bend of your choice, a baby cobra or a modified full cobra, perhaps upward facing dog. And lower down. Curl your toes under. Press back towards your child's pose. Then make your way to downward facing dog. Take a bit of movement here to further open up into your body. So for me, it's morning, it's early. I need to move around a little bit to shake out the cobwebs of my sleep. Scan your body to see where you feel tight, where you feel stiff, and allow this random freestyle movement to create a bit of space into your body. Your last breath and movement. Make your way towards your still downward facing dog. Point your tailbone down. Glide back to plank pose and hold the position here. Now remember, if it's a little too much at any time, if your arms start to shake or buckle, place your knees down. Use your toes or your knees, shift your weight forward, hold here, shoulders beyond fingertips. Keep lifting the back of your heart to the sky. So this action of leaning forward is, and again, another action needed to understand and press up in handstand. Shift your weight back, bring your shoulders back over your wrists. 2 more times. Use your toes, your knees, shift forward, lift the back of your heart a bit more to the ceiling, arms strong and straight. Shift back behind you, shoulders back over your wrists. 1 more time, lean forward, hold. Now if you prefer to place your knees, chest, chin to earth, do so, or lower down to a low push-up. Uncurl your toes, up dog. And roll over your toes into downward facing dog. Place your knees on your mat, tabletop position. Keep your hips stacked over your knees. Place your forehead to the earth. Stretch your arms in front of you, Anahatasana. Think of stretching your hands as far forward as you can. Inhale. And as you exhale, try to melt your heart a bit more towards your mat. You're going to feel your shoulder blades come a bit closer towards each other. To, in a sense, counterpose what we've done. To open up your chest a little bit more. Good. Return back to downward facing dog. Look towards your hands, walk or step your feet forward to the front of your mat. You can either place your feet as wide as your hips, parallel to each other for a bit less sensation, big toes touch, look up in between your heels. Hinge at your waist, keep your little belly in and up, release your neck, allow your head to be heavy. Interlace your hands behind your back, take a breath in. As you exhale, bring both of your arms up overhead. Once you feel your shoulders speak to you, the back of your upper legs speak to you, pause. Use your mind to deepen your breath. Allow your breath to do its work to create space into the back line of your body. It doesn't matter how deep you go into your physical practice, the idea is to stay very soft into your breath, so you can also stay soft into your mind and body. Release your clasp. Place your hands in the earth below your shoulders. To modify it, put your hands onto your shin bones or on your knees. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Switch come forward towards the front of your mat. Exhale, forward fold. And 2 more times. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, hinge down, forward fold in 2. 1 more time. Breathe in, Ardha Uttanasana. Forward fold, Uttanasana. Place your hands on both of your hips. Rise up to stand, bring your shoulders over your hips. Release your arms by your side. Let's begin to flow. Inhale, arms reach up, look up. Exhale, hinge forward, dive into. Lengthen halfway. Step your right foot back behind you, set your right knee down on your mat into a low lunge position. Rise up, inhale, bring up your arms in line with your ears, low lunge. Exhale, plant your palms, the earth below your shoulders. Charge your back leg to straight. Step that foot back to plank pose. Shift your weight forward to place your knees, chest, chin to mat, or lower as you are for a bit more intensity. Uncurl your toes into your back bend. Powerful arms and legs. And roll over your toes, downward facing dog. Keep pressing your palms into your mat. Inhale, sweep your right leg up towards the sky from your right inner thigh. Exhale, bring your right knee to nose or forehead. Hold here. Press your palms through your mat. Lift the back of your heart to the ceiling on your back toes. Look in between your hands. Quietly step your front foot forward to your thumb. So walk it forward to make sure your heel is below your knee. Rest your left knee down. Rise up, inhale. Low lunge, other side. Exhale, place your fingertips to the earth below your shoulders. Electrify your left leg to straight. Softly step left foot forward to the front of your mat. Halfway lift. Hinge into fold. Rise back up, inhale. Push your feet down to rise up effortlessly. Hands back to heart center. The arms you drop right away, inhale. Empty your mind, forward fold, exhale. Halfway lift. Step your left foot back. Reset your left knee down to the earth. Rise up, breathe in, low lunge. Now as you exhale, replace your hands back on your mat, but stay as you are. And bring both of your hips backwards until you stack your left hip on top of your left knee. Extend your right leg fully to straight. Flex your front foot away. Lengthen your spine. You can stay here or hinge at your waist. If you need a bit more, of course, some of you guys can wiggle your left leg back, right leg forward, and work towards a full split or in that direction. But again, once you feel tension, pause and flex your right foot away or point your right foot away and draw your right hip back energetically. Always gauge your breath. How is the quality of your breath? If you're beyond your half splits, return back into your half splits. Ardha Hanuman, shift your weight back forward. Plant your palms to the earth below your shoulders. Tuck your back toes, charge your back leg. Step it back, plank pose. A cycle through whether you modify or not. Elbows stay stacked over wrist though. Uncurl your toes, up dog, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Down dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Sweep your left leg skyward. Coil your left knee to your nose or forehead. Hold. If it's too much, place your right knee down, but push the earth with your hands. Look in between your thumbs. How closely can you step your front foot forward to your thumb? Set your back knee down once you're adjusted your stance. Rise up, inhale. Exhale. Replace your hands back down. Ardha Hanuman, hips draw back. Your left leg should be fully straight. Lengthen into your spine. This is a great place to be, or hinge forward slowly, or possibly towards full Hanuman or in that direction. Now the idea is to be receptive. Your body is talking to you without letting your mind try to dictate how deep you should go. What's important are the actions. Engage your left foot by pointing or flexing your left foot away from you. Draw left hip back energetically. Hug the midline. Same as before, if you are beyond your half splits, return back into your half splits. Ardha Hanuman, shift your weight forward, anchor your left foot down, tuck your back toes, charge your back leg, step your right foot forward to the front of your mat, lengthen your crown in front of you, hinge at your waist, forward fold. Rise up, inhale, stretch. Now we bring your hands back to heart center. Okay, 2 more times. Arms reach up, stretch your breath. Forward fold to also stretch your movement slowly. Lengthen halfway. Step your right foot back, high on your back toes, high lunge with your feet. Rise up with control, inhale, press into your front foot to control the ascension, crescent warrior. Exhale, dive down, plant your palm to the earth, push your hands down, sweep your left leg up towards the sky. From your 3-legged dog, glide to your 3-legged plank. You can place your foot or knees to modify, or as you are to intensify, whatever you choose to do, lower down into your low push-up of your choice. Your left foot back to mat, or right leg up for some of you into your chin stand. Back bend of your choice, then back towards downward facing dog. Relift your right leg up. Recoil your knee to nose or forehead hold. Now think of your active cat pose. Push the earth into your plank pose. Wrap your triceps back, look in between your thumbs or your fingertips. Step your front foot forward to your thumb. Feet as wide as your hips for extra stability. Rise up, inhale. Arrive into your space. Once you feel quite steady and grounded, look up, flip your palms to the ceiling, and try to press your hands higher. You're gonna feel your shoulders elevate towards your ears, which is again a very active action for handstand. Try to reach your hands to the ceiling. Look towards your thumbs or fingertips. Take a breath in. Exhale. Replace your hands to the earth. Step it forward, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Fold, Uttanasana. Rise up, inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Hands to heart center, Samasthiti. Last one. Arms reach up. How gracefully can you forward fold? Lengthen halfway. Step it back behind you, left leg goes back. Every movement counts. Rise up with intention. Crescent warrior. Keep moving, plant your palms back, the earth. Push your hands down, extend your right leg skyward. Re-glide back to your plank pose of your choice, modify or intensify. Lower down, wrap your elbows a bit more in. Untuck your toes, up dog or chin stand. Downward facing dog. Sweep your left leg up. Coil your left knee to nose or forehead hold. Maximum push. Shoulders towards your ears. Look in between your thumbs. Step your left foot forward to your thumb. Your feet wide again. Foundation first. Rise up with integrity. Draw left hip back a little bit more. Low belly in. Core is active. Palms face up. Reach your hands towards the sky. As you charge your back a little bit more to straight. Elevate your shoulders, take a breath in. Exhale, hands back to your mat. Quietly step your right foot forward to the front, Ardha Uttanasana. Hinge, Uttanasana. Rise up, breathe in, Urdhva Hastasana. Bring your hands to heart center, Samasthiti. Become still into your space, keep your hands to heart center, and slowly close your eyes. Gaze back within. Keep smoothing out your breath, the blueprint has not changed. Drive your breath back into your heart space to connect to the real you. And true freedom begins from the inside out. You have the power to shape reality. Align yourself with your heart's deepest desires. And keep letting Source move through you as you. So you can co-create this into existence. Because whatever you think and feel consciously from within, the world will mirror back to you. rise. We'll do one sun salutation, Namaskar A. Arms reach up. So either greet the morning or greet your evening. Exhale, forward fold. Lengthen halfway, put your palms, either step back or float back to your low push-up. Keep cycling through your breath, a full breath per movement, until back to downward facing dog. If you feel like you prefer to take a child's pose at this point, by all means, or take a kneeling position. If you're staying down dog though, ensure that you are indeed resting. We come here to rest. Slow down your breath. Allow your mind to catch up in stillness. All levels class is a great place to be. You can stay here. If you would like to build a bit more strength, walk your feet slightly forward, big toes touching, butt way up to the sky into a short dog position. The actions are the same like in plank pose. Push your hands, wrap your triceps back, look in between your thumbs or your fingertips so you can stay here. If you're a bit more playful, bend both of your knees, hop with both feet, tap your heels into your butt, land soft at the back of your mat, or hold your tuck pike. Keep hopping to keep your heart rate elevated. In down dog, look forward, walk, step, or hop, tuck pike, shift your weight forward, place your feet towards your wrists. Lengthen halfway. Hinge down, fold. Rise up, inhale. Hands to heart center, exhale. Namaskar B variation. Big toes unite, little gap in between your heels, inner knees also touch. Sit low, breathe in, sweep your fingertips to your mat, upper arms in out your ears. Arch your back. Exhale, forward fold. Take the shape of crow pose. Come high onto your toes, knees wide. Put your palms onto your mat as wide as your shoulders. Dig your triceps or your knees to the back of your triceps or the inside of your knees to the outside of your arms. You gotta lean forward to bring your elbows over your wrists. Like in your active cat pose, push around your back, stay here. Some of you lean a bit more into your fingertips. One or two of you can start to float. Bakasana variations, any variation you want to. Look forward, either step or float back into your vinyasa, or walk back to downward facing dog. Skip the vinyasa if you want to. Take a moment to take the resting pose you need in this specific time. If you need to take an exhale out of your mouth, go ahead and release a bit of heat. Take 2 more breaths. All levels cues. If you would like to float through your seat, look past your fingertips, come onto your toes, bend your knees, ignite your core and your arms. Float through halfway through your seat. Option, place your knees on your mat. Sit onto a hip, legs in front of you. Good. Legs wide apart. Hands back behind you. Press it a bit more forward. Now if you have difficulty standing tall like so, if you're already running your back, then sit on some cushions or some props. Lengthen a bit more, inhale as you flex your feet. You can stay here or exhale, hinge at your waist. Once you start to feel inner thighs, let it pause. You place your hands on props, perhaps your elbows can root down. Once you start to feel about 70 or 80% tension or sensation rate, pause, and you can start to round your back if you would like to do so. And just ensure that your breath stays deep. It is your #1 teacher. Doesn't matter how deep you go. Long deep inhales. Long deep exhales. Option, keep melting your heart a bit more downwards, but keep drawing your low belly in enough to support your low back. Your core is active here. And if your back is rounded like I am, gaze forward first, neutral spine. If you're on a forward fold, use your hands to navigate your torso back upright. Place both of your hands on either side of your left thigh, hands wide of your shoulders. Push the earth, lift your butt up, great place to be. Now some of you lift your left foot up, some of you both feet take flight, or flex your feet. Come back down, other side. Put your hands on either side of your right thigh this time. Get hands below your shoulder, think of pushing down, strong arms, butt up. Option lift your right foot up, option left foot up. Come back down. Walk your feet back to your mat and recline onto your back. Feet up towards the sky. Hold your toes, legs wide apart. Hands in prayer pose, take a breath in. Now as you exhale, lift your heart, reach your hands forward to the front of your mat. Exhale, bring the back of your shoulders to the earth. Inhale, lift up, keep pointing your toes. Exhale, lower down. Breathe in, lift, keep a little belly in. Breathe out, lower down. 3. And 2 more times, lift. Lower. Last one, hold. Pulsate your legs up and down to deepen the stretch into your inner thighs. It's an active rest position as you keep your core lit up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend your knees, grab the back of your hamstrings, rock and roll a few times up and down your back. After the rock and roll, you're going to stall into a boat pose, Navasana. Grab the back of your legs again to support yourself and lift your heart a little higher. Toes and your knees unite like in chair pose. If you want a little bit more, reach your hands in front of you, but keep again your low belly in. Option legs may find a bit more extension. Stay steady into your breath. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rebend your knees if not already so. Bring your knees into your chest. Either take a hold of your big toes with your peace finger or the side of your feet with your hands. And if you do, slowly, legs wide apart, bring your legs a little bit more straight until you start to feel sensation or until you start to lose your balance. Again, reignite your core. Pull on your feet as you press them away from you. Ubaya Upavishta Konasana. You should again feel the stretch into your inner thighs. Come back towards center to your variation of Navasana. Doesn't matter which one it is, you can modify or intensify again. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down into your little boat pose, Ardha Navasana. If it's too demanding, grab your thighs, low back is connected, hands reaching front to intensify. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay as you are. Palms down. Bring your feet up towards the sky. Exhale, lower both legs down, but hover and then cheer. Hold. Now this time, inhale, bring your right leg up towards your face. You're going to circle it through towards your right. So the right foot goes to the back of your mat towards the right side. Then circle it all around towards to meet your left foot. Then the same thing in reverse. Right leg circles out and gradually back up, back down. Left side. Left leg goes up. Circle it through towards your left. Flex or point your foot. Circle all the way back towards your right foot. In reverse, left leg goes back, then up, towards back down. Bend your knees, grab your hamstrings, rock and roll a few times up and down your back. After the rock and roll, either step back to dog pose or step back to plank pose. Option, pick up, flow through your vinyasa. Lean back into downward facing dog. Inhale through your nose. Out of your mouth. Let that go. And grab a seat. You can place your knees down, sit onto your heels, Japanese style, or cross-legged. Interlace your hands behind or together. Clasp your hands, elbows unite, and roll out your wrists to give yourself a bit of wrist love. Switch sides. Because this group has so many, levels and new subscribers, I'll just show you this little movement that my regulars know what we're doing, but just for good measure. From down dog, you're gonna step your left foot forward slightly, bring your shoulders over your wrist. Now think of the actions again of pressing your finger pads down, wrap your triceps, lift the back of your heart, lift your right leg up to the sky. This is plenty for some. If your arms are shaking, sort of push the earth. If you're quite stable, add some coordination, place your foot down, then sweep the other leg up, and keep doing this to build coordination. If you're a bit more proficient, you want to keep your heart rate up. There's a small bend into your standing knee, hop, and switch in midair like so. This will keep your heart rate up. And if you have a handstand practice, then go ahead and hold your handstand. All right? So come into down dog. Step your left foot forward slightly. Bring your shoulders over your wrist. Push, wrap in, sweep your leg up to the sky. You can stay here, or switch your stance to ground method, or hop and take flight. One more hop. The downward facing dog. You slow down your breath. If you're hopping, most likely everything's going to be a bit chaotic. Slow down your breath. Self-regulate. And step your right foot forward slightly. Remember, your palms are glued. Shoulders over your wrist. Wrap in. Sweep your left leg up. This is plenty. Option, come on onto your toes. You can stay here. Option, switch to your stance, grounded or flight mode. Get back in downward facing dog. Look forward, come onto your toes, bend your knees. Walk, step, or hop lightly to the front of your mat. Lengthen halfway once you arrive. Hinge down, fold. Rise up, inhale. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Or place your arms by your side. And become still into your space. Close your eyes. If you feel dizzy, open up your eyes, which is totally fine. And if you do so, let that go out of your mouth if you feel quite frantic. That was in the past, let that go. Return back to deepening your breath. Return back to feeling the real you. And source move through you as you. Feel this feel of tranquility, of non-resistance, of harmony. When things get intense with this on or off the mat, this is invitation to shift energy, to shape reality, to return back to this feel of tranquility and to move from this space. Move from the freedom of your inner being. One more breath. Okay, open up your eyes slowly, they are closed. Place your feet off of your mat in a Prasarita foundation. Hinge at your waist. If you tighten your hamstrings, bend your knees, but plant your palms to the earth below your shoulders. More or less, you want to have your toes in the same line as the base of your hands. Again, if you're tighten your hamstrings, bend your knees. Now, come high onto your toes, push the earth like we did before in our warm-up. Bring your shoulders beyond your fingertips. Now see if you can float your feet back behind you. If it's not happening, a little bit of a hop, hop it back, then walk your hands again in front of your toes. Push the earth, wrap your triceps back, lean forward. If you can't think of your nutation of your hips, lift and push back or hop back. Hands back again behind you or in front of your toes. Lean, push, maybe a little hop, it's okay. Feet go back, hands back behind you. Okay. Walk back to the front of your mat, and we're gonna do that one more time. Okay, feet wide. Align your hands, your heel of your hands with your toes. The actions are push, lean, lift, float back. Plank walks. You can hop. If it's not happening, it's a little hop. Push your feet back behind you. Keep going, nice and slow. Eventually, your feet will lift, they'll float, until you're all the way to the back of your mat. Okay, then make your way towards downward facing dog. Step your left foot forward slightly. Bring your shoulders over your wrists, sweep your right leg up to the sky. You can stay or switch your stance a few times. Your variation. Step your right foot forward, left leg back, high lunge with your feet. Rise up slowly, stretch your breath to stay cool and calm in your mind. Exhale, dive right back down. Plant your palms down, sweep your right leg up to the sky. Open up your dog, stack your hip, bend your right knee, reach your foot sideways towards your left. A great place to be if you want to take it further into your back bend. Step your right foot all the way off of your mat towards the left side of your mat. Wild thing. Now push both feet down as you spin to the outside of your left foot. Stick that bicep forward. Your arm can be extended or bend your elbow and support the back of your head. I like this, and opens up my chest a little bit more. Breathe in. Wherever you are, breathe out. Back to your three-legged dog, right leg up. Now stay in this position here. If your hamstring is tight, bend your right knee slightly, but shift your weight forward. Can you bring your right toes towards your right wrist? Then circle your leg up to your right, like in your core work, and all the way back to your three-legged dog. Same thing, look in between your thumbs, right foot to your right wrist, bend your knee if your hamstring is tight, circle out towards your right. And one more time, right knee, right wrist, out towards your right, to your three-legged dog. Look forward, knee to chest or nose. Step your foot forward to your right thumb, high lunge with your feet. Rise up, inhale, crescent warrior. Exhale, open up to warrior two. Whew, that's a lot on the arms. It's good to be on your feet. Okay, look at your feet, front heel to back arch, or heel to heel. Press the outside of your left foot a bit more. Scoot your right hip towards your front knee, and pressing a bit more towards your right. Stretch your hands away from each other. Look past your right fingertips. One more breath. Place your hands onto your hips, extend your right leg to straight. Pivot your right foot to face the left long edge of the mat. Toes in one line, feet parallel to each other. Lift your heart, inhale. Lead from your heart, exhale, hinge. Low belly in. Now if you're again, your hamstrings are tight, bend your knees. Place your hands to your mat below your shoulders. Option, take a hold of your big toes with your peace fingers. If you do, lengthen halfway. Exhale, fold, hinge. Elbows wide. As you pull on your toes, press your toes down. Refine the pose by shifting a bit more into your toes. Release your neck, allow your head to be heavy as you press the outside edges of your feet down into your mat. Keep stretching your inner thighs and your hamstrings. Take a breath in. Exhale. Release your toe lock if you have it. Hands back or below your shoulders. Lengthen halfway. Position yourself into a high lunge position, facing the front of your mat. Step into your front foot, left leg up to the sky. Now you can bend your knee here, right side, to plant your palms on your mat. Push the earth. Some of you stay here, some of you come on your toes, and shift your weight forward as you elevate your shoulders towards your wrist, then hinge back, shoulders back over wrist.
2 more times. Lean, push, arms strong and straight. And lean back behind. 1 more time. Inhale, lean. Come back into your standing splits. You can stay here, hands below your shoulders. Perhaps wrap it once, right hand behind your right ankle, maybe twice. And if you prefer to take flat into your handstand, then go ahead. Replace your hands back on mat if not already so. Cycle through your vinyasa or not. Anytime you need to do so, let that go. If your arms are a little fatigued, take a child's pose. Can you be receptive and take what you need? Once you feel like you are honoring your body, deepen your breath. Two more breaths. If you feel peaceful, good to go. We're back in downward facing dog. Step your right foot slightly forward, shoulders of wrist, maximum push, left leg up. Great place to be, or switch your stance a few times. Step your left foot forward, right leg back. Control everything, particularly your breath and the movement. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, hands back to earth. 3-legged dog. Open your dog. Great place to be if you feel this is about 70 or 80% effort rate, or how slowly can you flip it to wild thing. Soft landing. Now push both feet down and your right hand down evenly. Spin your right bicep forward. Open up into your chest. Back to your 3-legged dog. Shift forward, bend left knee to do so. Left toes to left wrist. Circle out to your left and back up to your 3-legged dog. Same thing, foot to wrist left side. Circle out to your left with your left leg. 3-legged dog. One more time, shift forward onto your right toes. Sweep your left leg up and back. Bring your knee to nose or forehead. Quietly step your left foot forward to your thumb. Rise up with awareness. Open up with grace, fullness to warrior two. Feel the left hip to go wider stance if you must. Pull your feet towards each other as you feel the earth below all 4 corners of your feet. Left knee tracks a bit more to your left. Reach your hands away from each other. Gaze past your left fingertips. Place your hands onto your hips. Left leg finds full extension. Pivot your left foot to face the right side of your mat. Second time around to release your shoulders. Interlace your hands behind your back, right fist. Lift your heart up, inhale. Engage at your waist. Forward fold, hinge down. And once you start to feel again, your shoulders speak to you, pause, release your neck. Head is heavy. Soften your jaw, your gaze. Slow down your breath as you transfer a bit more into your toes. Release your clasp. Hands to your mat below your shoulders, halfway lift. High lunge position, shift your weight forward to the front of your mat. Step into your front foot, right leg goes skyward. Bend your left knee to do so, palms down below your shoulders. Come on your left toes. push. And shift forward, inhale, powerful arms. Point your right toes. Exhale, lean back. 2 more times. Remember, wrap your triceps, shoulders towards your ears. Go back. Now press your finger pads even more to bring your shoulders beyond your fingertips. Lean back behind you. Regular standing splits. Either stay here or play around with your variations. Possibly towards handstand again. Replace your hands back on your mat if not already so. Cycle through, just go back to dog pose. Knee back in down dog. Right away, look forward. Walk, step, or hop to the front. Hinge in 2. Rise up, inhale. Master your senses. Exhale. Bring your hands to your heart. Or release your hands by your side. For good measure, inhale through your nose. Let that go out of your mouth. That was in the past. Push your feet down to Mother Earth to stand a bit taller. Lean back, lift your shoulder blades up and down your back. Soften back into your breath. And you're making some shapes with your body, you're a shape shifter. But its practice is much deeper than that. You can shape also reality. Excuse me. Doesn't matter what goes on externally. What do you want the world to reflect back to you? Although it may be a bit more demanding right now, can you still tune yourself to your heart's deepest desires? Let source move through you as you to co-create this. You have the power to transmit and to receive energy. You are so powerful. Take one more breath. Good. Slowly open your eyes if they are closed. Okay, you may need some props. So I've got some books here. If you have blocks, it might be quite helpful. So we're going to practice the press up. And the thing about the press, it's they call it the quest for the press because the quest is something that takes a long time. It's essentially a very long journey. So take it to your healthy edge. I just not to force. It's where you become prone to injury. Once you feel tension, pause and try to soften into wherever you are. So I would recommend placing your feet on blocks or books. And again, it's like a press or a foundation, more or less. We have Animal Planet here with felines fighting. If you really tighten your hamstrings, you can bend your knees. Place your hands below your shoulders. Now right away, think of pushing your hands down. Wrap your triceps back upon your toes and hold. Can you lean a bit more into your left toes and lift your right foot up and try to circle your foot towards your wrist and back out. Then place your foot down, switch sides. Left foot up, left toes to wrist, circle it out, then come back down. Good, then take a break for a second. So knees down, and if you need to, interlace your hands together, roll out your wrist, and then switch sides. So when it comes to the press, of course, you need a lot of strength. You need a lot of arm and shoulder strength, and a lot of core strength, and flexibility and mobility into your hips and the back of your legs. But having said that, it's also technique. So remember, the lean forward is important. This will allow you to bring your hips more or less closer above your shoulders and your wrists. The push of wrapping in, because if your elbows go out, they'll go down. Wrap it in. You can bend your knees if your hamstrings are tight as you start to lift and forward fold. And remember also this movement, this nutation of your hips. Essentially, it's this movement that will bring your legs up. So if you watch me as I demo, as I hinge forward, palms down on my toes. So right away I'm thinking push, wrap in, lean, float, and look at my hips, they nutate up so I can come into my press. So it's a lot of technique, but once you understand this, eventually you start to go together. Okay, so place your feet again on your props, find a lift, and we'll practice that one more time. Forward fold. Palms glued. Come on your toes. This is it. Elevate your shoulders towards your ears. Maximum push. This is important. If you can maintain that easefully, lean. Then see if you can nutate your hips and float. Do the best you can. And if you can't, hold your straddle. Come back down slowly if you're floating. Place your knees back, the earth. Take a seat. Bring your right hand in front of you. Fingers point up. Pull your fingers towards you. And switch. Palms face you. Place your thumb into your palm. Pull your palm towards you. And switch sides. And if you're like, oh my God, this is hard. Yes, I know it's hard. But it's just a practice. So, practice, eventually you'll get it. And the good thing is this video is archived, so you can actually log into whenever you want to and practice that. Check out your hands. Good. Feet wide apart. Hands back behind you. Press your hips forward. Again, if you are slouching, sit onto a prop along the spine. Shift so you can face your right foot, flex or point your foot, lengthen through your crown, take a breath in. Exhale, hinge forward. And if you can, place your elbows on your right thigh or on either side of your front leg, perhaps on props, perhaps on mat. But try to keep your elbows grounded as opposed to reaching. And think of lengthening your side body. Take a breath in. Exhale, melt a bit more. Once you feel just enough tension, you can round your back, low belly in. Slow down your breath. Get to at ease, lengthen your spine a little bit more, and forward fold again a bit more. Try to keep your elbows and forearms grounded no matter what. Two more breaths. Your back is rounded, gaze forward first. It is your hands, not your low back, that will bring your torso back upright. Face your left foot this time. Lengthen, lean from your heart, neutral spine to begin. Two sides will feel different, so it's okay to take your time and place your elbows on elevation. Perhaps greet the earth. Without forcing, because it doesn't matter how deep you go. And if you force in, it'll only make you more stiff and more rigid, and this takes freedom away from you. You want to stay very at ease in your energetic body, the source of your power. Only round your back if your low back breathes. Have this dialogue, this two-way conversation with your body. It will tell you when it's time to find a bit more depth. breath. We're going to flex your feet or point your toes. Send exit as before. Gaze forward first, if not already so. Use your hands to come back upright. Walk your feet to the middle of your mat. You can check out your legs. Keep your leg in front of you straight. Bend your left knee. Janu Shirshasana. Sitting bones ground. Engage your left or your right foot lengthen through your crown. Inhale. You can stay here, hinge forward. And same as before, see if you can ground your forearms somewhere. That is forceful to cool you down on a mental and physical level. Once you feel this enough sensation, it is your breath that will do the rest of the work. So you can stay soft and continuously transmit and receive. Deep breath. On your next inhale, ease out the same way as before. And then switch sides. Janu Shirshasana with your left leg in front of you. At your own pace, hinge forward. Take a lot of surrender. More breath. If your leg is straight, press the back of your left knee down. Keep engaging your front foot. Release your neck that is heavy if your back is rounded. Soft jaw wherever you are. When you do complete your third and final breath, make your way back again towards your seat. Your last forward fold, a bit more intense this way as you re-extend your right leg in front of you. If you're very stiff, place your feet about as wide as your hips and also bend your knees as much as you need to do so. Lengthen through your crown, take a breath in. Lead from your heart first. Remember, see if you can place your elbows or forearms on your thighs, perhaps on props, perhaps on your mat, without trying to force your elbows on your mat. Keep sucking in your low belly in and up. Keep pressing your big toe mounds or point your toes up to the sky. They call this intense forward fold, Paschimottanasana. There is intensity, but let your breath dissolve the intensity instead of letting your mind create more of it. A lot of times when we meet resistance, we want to push back and create more resistance unconsciously. Find a bit more depth if your body invites you to do so. For a few more deep breaths. Same as before, gaze forward first and use your hands to navigate your torso back upright.
Take any seat that feels optimal to you, that feels comfortable to you. When you feel like you are comfortably seated, rest your hands onto your knees or thighs, close your eyes. And do set your firm seat though, sitting bones roots, your crown can lift. Lean back, soften your shoulders. Remain aware of your breath, the blueprint has not changed. And ride your breath back into the temple of your heart. And keep allowing source to move through you as you, to truly honor this word yoga, this unity or oneness with everything that is. And it is in this field that you can truly let go of the past that you have inherited. And to truly honor yourself. And to live the life that is waiting to come forth from your inner world. Your soul is here to guide you. Feel the freedom of your heart. It is already free. And have the courage to follow it. And it begins by painting this picture in your mind's eye. And feeling its possibility of whatever your soul is nudging you to do. And the world will have no choice but to mirror this back to you into existence. Freedom begins from the inside out, regardless of what goes on externally. We're faced with a big test right now, all of us. But this is the true practice of the yogi. Take a few more deep breaths. Let life, your essence breathe you. Whenever you're ready, slowly open your eyes. If you need to layer up again, you can do so. The idea is to get comfortable before reclining on your back one last time. If you're good to go, simply lie down. Keep your left leg straight, bend your right knee. It's a supine twist. Position your right arm into a T or cactus shape. Cross your left hand on the outside of your right knee. Wiggle your hips a bit sideways to your right. Let your knee fall over to your left. You can definitely gaze up or past your right shoulder. Keep your right shoulder anchored unless your right knee is easily touching the floor on your left. Take a breath in. Exhale, untwist. And bring your right leg to straight. Bend your left knee. Left arm, whichever way feels best to you. Do wiggle your hips a bit sideways to your left. Let gravity pull your knee to your right. Try to truly enjoy the sensations of releasing your low back. In. Breathe out back to center. Realign both of your hips back into the middle of your mat. Hold your knees into your chest. Place your hands above your knees. It's a bit of a love hug, so gently curl in without being forceful. Make your way to Shavasana. Place your arms, your legs by your side, wide or narrow. You walk your shoulder blades up and down your back. Palms face up. You can place your arms or legs One now, as long as you're truly comfortable. Inhale through your nose. Exhale out of your mouth. Sink a bit more into your mat. This practice invites you to continuously let your heart be your guide so you can truly live your truth and do what is right for you, so that in the end you have absolutely no regrets. To let again the freedom of your heart be your guide continuously. Now take at least 5 minutes if you can to rest. This is important here to allow your body to fully neutralize and your energetic clock to also reset. I will leave you here. Thank you so much for tuning in, for joining in. See you soon again. Namaste.